Scorpio, you are represented by the Four of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So this could be you, or it could be other water energy. It could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female, or just the traits of water are important. There is some dissatisfaction about something. It could be with a person, it could be pertaining to an agreement, a proposal, some kind of offer, and perhaps you are dissatisfied with what's being put out on the table, or someone connected to you is. It could be that somebody's turning their back on this offer, or they're unaware of it, or missing an opportunity. But you may be looking at something and questioning recent decisions, choices, or behaviors. So you may be withdrawing socially in order to reflect upon something, or someone that you're connected to is. And perhaps, there's a decision not to engage until something is handled, something is addressed. There may be some situation, a dilemma or a problem, and either you or someone you're connected to is not socially engaging or paying attention. They may be very oblivious or self-concerned, and until certain things are taken care of, they're not engaging. There could be some dissatisfaction also with something being presented. Maybe it is presented to either you're offering that or someone's offering it to you. And while it may be offered in good faith, there's the potential for a problem down the road, or one of you thinks so. And so somebody's carefully evaluating some kind of offer. And this could be a period where, either you or a partner, you're just going to have to step out there and take a leap of faith. Something is triggering some anxiety in a situation, and there's a need to take some action. And again, somebody is withdrawing to determine if what they're doing is the right thing, or what the next strategy is going to be. And it probably has to do with something that provides for a sense of security and well-being. Now, for some of you, this is going to mean, especially if you're feeling good, you are being presented with a number of opportunities, emotionally, materially, and you have to be paying attention in order to take advantage of those. It could be that you're having to look at a situation where you're uncertain. You're not on solid ground. Your present circumstances are unstable, and it's difficult for you perhaps to accept an offer or make decisions because you don't know what the future holds. But for those of you who are feeling good where you are, in your job, with your relationship, with your finances, then again, a number of opportunities will present. So this is about looking at where you are. If you are questioning your stability, it could be that you've been taking some things for granted. You've been in denial about a situation, whether that's your health or your work or your relationship, and that may be coming back around for you to address. It could be that there's some things that have changed and you're just simply not accepting the truth of that. Now, the Knight of Cups is very idealistic. It could be that, there's a need to protect. This Knight is focused on the underdog, championing a cause. And this person is very intuitive. And some of you may have ties to somebody emotionally or psychologically intuitive. That could be you. You may be in therapy or getting some counseling. This is about dealing with circumstances that are very emotionally oriented. Now, this could also be you're dissatisfied about something. Somebody's being seduced or tempted. The Knight of Cups is a very attractive proposition or person. It could be your ideal partner. And so this is going to be a period where there are lots of new ideas, new proposals, where somebody perhaps is seeking to help or console someone. Negatively, it could be a rival, but there's some very strong desires right now. Now, you personally may have this desire to acquire something, achieve something, or go after somebody. You want to win your heart's desire. This could also give you that psychological edge where you're able to outwit a rival, a competitor, or an opponent. So this is going to be a very emotional period with lots of things going on. You may be receiving visits. You may be extending invitations or receiving those. So there is something emotional taking place where there are offers. It could be you're seeking some form of amusement. Maybe you want to go on a holiday, or somebody's trying to seduce the other person. There's some attraction taking place. So you may be involved in a meeting or some kind of agreement. It could be a new relationship that you're involved in. Now, negatively, the Knight of Cups is not being completely honest. There could be some guile, some deception, some fraud taking place. And so you may be dissatisfied with issues connected to duplicity or cheating or some form of treachery, or where your confidences have been abused. And this is going to be a period where perhaps you can either promote some kind of unity in a situation, or somebody is planting seeds of dissension, disharmony. Now, positively, again, there are lots of things being put out there. Maybe you're going to fall in love with somebody, and it's going to happen more quickly than you had expected. But in other cases, there's an issue that creates some kind of dissatisfaction because somebody's not being completely honest. They're not putting all of their cards out on the table. And this may have to do with trying to empower yourself over a broken heart. Somebody is dissatisfied about something. It could be that this knight broke your heart and you're dissatisfied. You're trying to gain power. Or maybe somebody's trying to gain an upper hand, and that creates a negative situation. But you are disappointed or heartbroken because of a hurt, a loss, a betrayal, a separation, or the breakup of a relationship or someone you're involved with. And this is a period where you may be trying to overcome that. You want to harness your own personal power. Perhaps there's a dream or a plan that you want to manifest. And it means that you're going to have to take a leadership role and take the initiative to take charge of a situation that perhaps you've been dissatisfied with. Now, the romance is characterized by the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands. So you are determined, perhaps. Maybe you're even under the spell of someone. There's a struggle taking place. You know, something perhaps has been ongoing, and it's lasted for a while, and you're finding that a situation is starting to tax you physically, your own physical stamina or the desire to go forward. You may be questioning that. You may have a lack of confidence. You may be rethinking, again, your decisions, your choices, or perhaps a person that you're involved with. And so there's some kind of struggle. It could be to protect yourself in some way, your reputation, your rights, your assets, what you feel is rightfully yours. And whatever this battle is, you know, it's been ongoing, and you're wondering if you have the strength to make it to the end. But this is a period where you've never been closer to that finish line. It's a struggle, but a victory is going to come. You are having to draw on your reserves of strength, your latent talents, your decision-making ability to move forward. And fortunately, you've gained a lot of experience and you've become wiser in the process connected to your relationships. And you're looking at your own role in a situation, why you may be stuck at an impasse right now. What role have you played? What have you contributed to a situation? And you're becoming more objective. You're no longer letting your emotions get out of control and override your decisions. You're seeing things clearly, and you've become wiser, and you know how to move forward. Hopefully you're not resistant to change. Whatever you're dealing with has been an excessive burden, a heavy load. You've been working really hard, and maybe you haven't gotten very much out of this. And so you may be resistant to a situation, or you may be willingly carrying extra burdens, obligations, perhaps things that aren't even yours to bear. This is saying, though, that somebody's determined to make something more difficult than it has to be. This is a situation that may be easily resolved, or if somebody was handling it differently, and they're creating more of a burden than anything else, maybe even blowing something out of proportion. And that's where the issue lies, not seeing something clearly, getting carried away, and that preoccupation with the negative is becoming the hang-up, the problem. So somebody is determined to work, to move ahead. They may be meeting with resistance or opposition. There could be heavy loads connected to the relationship. There is, though, victory after the end of a struggle. Now, this may have to do with trying to gain some freedom, especially from third-party situations. Maybe you are, struggling to remove yourself from a third-party situation, or, you feel maybe you want greater freedom. Maybe you want an open relationship. Either way, it looks like there are three people involved. Maybe one person is being catered to by multiple partners. Maybe you're dealing with a player. Maybe you want the freedom to be a player, or you want to free yourself from a player. So you're either, determined to be freer and you're meeting with some resistance, or you're involved in a situation that is a lot of work because there are three of you involved and it takes a lot of work to keep those balls in the air. But freedom is going to be an important issue. Now, why is this occurring?